Hey everyone, welcome to this video. It's going to be a little bit different than my usual sketches or the commentary videos because I got super busy and I filmed this video a while back, but it didn't really turn out as good as I hoped and it wasn't really that funny to the point where the work put into it wasn't really worth it. But one thing that I thought would be really useful is showing you some of the behind the scenes of it, where it had a couple of visual effects shots that I had to do. And I figured I'd just give you a quick overview now of one of those shots that I did for it, even though I didn't finish the sketch. So hopefully you find something useful and something interesting from this. And yeah, let me know in the comments. So I'll just jump into Past Me that explains it all. So I realized this is a weird angle and the audio is probably not great. I'm sorry I'm filming this directly into the camera. But I'm filming a new sketch today, and I figured I would kind of do a little behind the scenes of filming while I actually film rather than a post-mortem. I'm playing both roles again. I just filmed my first shot where it's me coming out of this room, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to composite myself together from the two angles, and I'm just going to film the reverse shots where I sit down in the beanbag chair. So I'm also going to shoot this twice. I'm going to do it a couple times, both with and without the blue screen, because in case the blue screen doesn't work or just the lighting doesn't work right, I don't want to spend too much time on that. It might just be easier to rotoscope me walking in and sitting down. It might be easier to rotoscope me walking across the screen than keying, because there's a lot of factors that come with that, such as I'll lose a lot of the lighting that's coming in and wrapping around me if I have the blue screen in front of me, and edges and things like that, and I get a little perfection-y when it comes to that stuff. So if I can avoid that, then I'm gonna try and avoid that. So I'm putting the camera over here. And the way that I'm going to frame it is I'm actually going to frame it for the two shots in one, and I'm going to film it in 4K. That way I only have to do one setup, and the video is only going to be put out in HD anyway. So what I'm going to do is crop reframe the shot over here, but then I also have the wide shot as well, and I don't have to keep doing as many setups as I need to. It's not the ideal way, it's kind of a little bit lazier, but I'm just trying to be a little bit more efficient with filming everything in one go, and not have to keep move the camera, because if I mess up and do anything and move it and all that stuff, then it becomes a much more of a pain to do that stuff later. And so I'll film both angles right now with this and like both characters too, and that way I only have to have this set up in one place once and it's kind of taken care of. The way that I have my monitor set up too is that I have the monitor on the top of the camera actually pointing towards me, and that way I can see if I'm in focus, I can check the framing. It's a lot easier than having to go behind the camera constantly. So my alternate character is wearing this, so it's jeans, jacket, and a beanie, which is the worst decision I could possibly make in the middle of July. So I recorded the reverse shots of that. I'm embarrassed of myself and my acting skills, and I regret trying to make sketches and try and be funny, because I'm not. I want to make content. I don't have anyone to make it with, so I'm doing it on my own. So right now I'm combining some of the different elements that I filmed. So you can see here I have shot A, which is me walking in and sitting down onto the beanbag chair, like so. And I have the other shot, which is this one of me sitting on the couch talking to myself as I'm sitting down. The reason that I'm not using a green screen is, one, the only green screen that I had is a pop-up one, and it's pretty much see-through from the back, so having a window behind where I'm stood basically made that impossible, even though I tried to hang a sheet behind it and add a little bit of thickness. But two, it removed a lot of the in-camera effects, like the bloom and the light wrap that goes around me in the actual shot. And three, it's only really a small area of me that goes over myself. It's only my arm and my right side, like my hip, and it's only like 30 frames. I did try and set up the green screen because I have another shot as well where I walk across, but really when it's less than like a second, maybe just a little bit more than a second's worth of rotoscoping or paint work or whatever, it might take you like maybe 2 to 3 hours just to do all this. Again, if you're not using Rotobrush, but it looks so much better. It looks so much more real. And green screen itself is such a headache because my shirt is kind of not quite green, not quite blue. It's like this in between, like tealish kind of color, and my pants and everything as well. And then there's all the edge work that goes with that. And it's just so many things that what you might gain in terms of getting a quick key, you lose all that interactive light. You lose a lot of that information, and then you have to recreate it. So whatever you gain, you lose a lot of other stuff. And I just felt it wasn't worth losing those things that make this shot look more real. Better to spend a couple hours just to rotoscope and actually blend the two together.